Hey guys, welcome back to another segment of class. And those that are interested in new content every single month, follow me at Twitter at bricon_raw. And of course, sometimes I occasionally post on Instagram about my life at Instagram bricon_raw. Stay tuned, guys. Cheers. Alright guys, so basically what I've been doing has been kind of introducing the science of what charisma is and how our environments influence us and how we influence our environment. Sometimes our genetic predisposition, basically our genes that are passed down from our parents, influence who we are, as well as their own status within society. So it's an interplay between environments and genes. Now, what I was ending with in the last video that I had, basically explaining the science of charisma, was our genetic predisposition also influences how we find other people attractive and who we are more inclined to be attracted to. Now, basically what we're looking at is Helen Fisher's 4 domains of mating, and basically what she has done as an anthropologist, well-renowned within the world, has been basically divided them into 4 domains. And what we're looking at is the dopamine, the serotonin, the testosterone, the estrogen/oxytocin. Now, dopamine, if you didn't know, is basically our pleasure center, and this is basically our joy, our reward system, pleasure, motivation. When we have a discrepancy or a depletion in dopamine, our motivation is lowered, and as well as our energy, and we sometimes go into depression. Now, when it comes to serotonin, basically what we do is it fluctuates our mood, any impulse that we might have, any irritability, as well as any obsession that we might have. And of course, when it's depleted, our ability to remorse is actually lowered, and sometimes when it comes to our emotional control, it's actually lowered as well. So sometimes this leads into antisocial behavior. Now, next we're looking at the testosterone, and testosterone is basically this aggressiveness, the social dominance that we have within society, and of course, it's an indicator of success, in addition to the focus, this acute focus that we have with spatial awareness, with heightened attention to detail and intensified focus. Now we're looking at, finally, the estrogen and the oxytocin. And this is basically this verbal fluency, a developed Wernicke and Broca area within our brain, being able to understand language and articulate language more sophisticatedly. And of course, the empathy, the compassion, the pro-social, and the bonding of these individuals within society. Now, what they basically did in chemistry.com was they took 28,128 individuals specifically to find out who they were attracted to. And what they found was that the dopamine found the dopamine attractive, the serotonin found the serotonin attractive, but they also found that, and most interesting, was that testosterone-driven individuals are more attracted to estrogen-driven individuals, and vice versa. So why is this? Basically, the testosterone individuals need people that have estrogen, higher levels of estrogen, because of the verbal abilities that they have, the compassion that the testosterone individuals have, and social skills. With the estrogen individuals, they found that the decisiveness, the directness, the social acuity, and the spatial awareness that testosterone-driven individuals had was very attractive. They needed that. It was a balance between yin and yang. Now, a lot of individuals would say that men just have testosterone, but they also have estrogen, and women just have estrogen, but they also have testosterone. So it's a spectrum, and what we're looking at is that many individuals with gender preferences, sexual orientations, fall in this big spectrum. So the more that you are masculine, the more autonomous and inclined to be agent is. Now, when we look at estrogen, the more loving, caring, and pro-social you actually are. This is pretty similar to the R and K strategies. I actually talked about this on how to be a psychopath. And why is that so important? Because basically psychopaths are very charismatic. Have you seen Jeffrey Dahmer, if you've seen Ted Bundy, these individuals have been very charismatic and have moved people. Even Charles Manson, created a whole cult, called the Family, to murder for him when he hasn't even done anything. That is true charisma, persuasion. Now, kind of jokes aside, we're looking at the ability that these individuals have. And of course, when we look at the R strategies, the more inclined you are to that spectrum, the less you are about caring for your child and everything like that. So, for example, sharks. For the other side, for the K, would be mammals, more caring. Now, the other things that actually influence who we are attracted to is our age and the stages of our relationship. So age, of course, in developmental stages, we have different hormones. So men specifically within their 20s have higher testosterone than they ever will have within their whole entire life. So they're more inclined to actually pursue our strategies, have as much sex as they can. And women are more inclined to do the opposite because their biological timer is actually ticking. As they grow older, the more inclined they are to have one-night stands, etc. Now, the particular interactions that we have kind of is influenced by the hormones that we have. So of course, a woman can be attracted to someone that's not physically attractive because of her menstrual cycle. Just as a man within his lifespan from adolescent to adult may actually find a woman who's intelligent more attractive than someone who is just beautiful in general. So hopefully this gave you an overview of why we are attracted to some of the people. It could be that we have high dopamine, high serotonin, high testosterone, high estrogen / oxytocin. All right guys, so I'm out and about what I just talked about. Peace.